So, I decided to record a quick impromptu video about small channels instead of waiting to set up all the film equipment and record. And yeah, like I didn't take the time out to invite nobody to the stream or, set anything up or schedule it, which would have probably been ideal at this time of night. I know that Sunday a lot of people are kicking back, but I know that this can restream and people can still watch it later. Oh, hey girl. How you doing? So, I wanted to talk to you guys about finding your audience on YouTube because I did a poll and see, look at that. Because I did a poll. See, you got me blushing. Don't do that. But yeah, I got a poll. I did a poll and it looked like it was 50-50. People wanted to know about consistency and some people wanted to know about finding your audience. I'm doing good. I'm better now that you're here. I don't know why I feel like we just know each other for a long time. It's so nice to see you here. But I was like, let me talk about small channel growth and finding your audience. So I wrote down a bunch of notes and things that I wanted to cover. So one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about is brainstorming, like taking it all the way back to the basics of your channel. And excuse the noise out here because I'm outside because it was nowhere else to go. So yeah, be like that sometimes. But I wanted to tell you guys that it starts with brainstorming. Like, that's one of the things that I think I lacked when I started my YouTube channel. I didn't sit down and properly brainstorm about who my audience was and what age they were and what were some of their questions and concerns. So I would say the past 6 months to a year, I started to really try to analyze. Look at you, made it back. I started to really, I'm glad you made it back too, by the way. So I started to analyze, like, who was I talking to? Because Lord knows I was showing up, hey, okay, how you doing? Appreciate you. I'm so thankful for you guys this evening. So I wanted to talk to people about that. I was just like, don't go in blind like I was. I was just like, hey, how you doing? I just swore like I was gonna post videos and everybody was gonna show up. I was like, I'm talking about life and right. I was like, I'm talking about life and whatever I post is just gonna blow up because it's so relatable and everyone's gonna show up, but that's not really how it works. So I would say for the past 6 months to a year, I had to really dive in and see who my audience was and who I was talking to, so I wouldn't just be speaking to myself. And some people, they were so loyal, they regardless. My topics were all over the place. They didn't know what I was talking about, but they still watched. So it does take time. Yes, it does take time. But one of the main things I'm going to talk about, hey, how you doing? Is the fact that if you don't even start, like if you don't create content at all, you won't have an idea of who your audience is regardless. You can study, analyze, plan, you can do whatever you want to do. But if you don't start making content and like testing and doing some, uh, that's okay. You still showed up. I appreciate that. Um, you have to do a lot of trial and error to find out who your audience is. But if you're sitting there stuck in like analysis paralysis, you're not going to find them regardless. So some of the things that I had to observe was like, who was I talking to? What were some of their questions and concerns? And kind of like narrow it down. And I think that's where a lot of us struggle because we all want to be the niche. And that's cool and all. But like when you have a new channel, you're still growing, you can be the niche, but you still might have to figure out how to cater to such a broad audience. I've learned the hard way that YouTube doesn't know where to place you when your topics are all over the place. So that's something I had to learn. Like I had to take my ego out of the process and just be like, okay, YouTube doesn't know where to put me if one week I'm talking about carpets and the next week I'm talking about flowers and the next week I'm talking about mindset, and YouTube is like, what are you doing? So you can be the niche, but you might have to have like a lifestyle channel. If you don't have a lifestyle channel where you vlog and cover those topics, then I wouldn't say niche down. I would just say, hey, I would just say get a little more specific, until you understand your audience better. Once you get a bigger audience, they'll show up and watch you regardless. Like, you could literally film a video about you drinking water or whatever, and if they like your personality and stuff, they'll show up. But until you get to that level, you have to try to narrow down and see who you're speaking to. So, I wrote down my little tips because y'all know I'm good for looking off the side of the screen, so that's exactly what I'll be doing because it was imperative that I covered the most important things. What I started to focus my channel around is around mindset for content creators. Ooh, I wanted to go to Arizona. I hope the weather is warmer than here. I'm in Georgia. It's a little cold right now. Not too bad. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of like, before it was about boundaries, interpersonal relationships, mindset, growth, accountability. It was kind of like all over. Like, I was still trying to figure it out. And then I said, you know what? I want to still talk about these things, but instead I'm going to cater to content creators. So I'm going to talk about this stuff. Yeah, Jersey, born and raised. So I already know. I know it's cold down there. That's hilarious. I escaped. I might be back down there soon. But just kind of zeroing in, like, okay, well, I could still talk about mindset. I could still talk about interpersonal relationships. I could still talk about mental health and growth and accountability, but I can cater to content creators because everybody knows that, no, I do not. We have to talk so you can tell me more, for sure. But everybody knows that it could be isolating, it could be time consuming, it can be draining. You put a lot out for very little reward, regardless of how many views and subscribers you get. I would say little reward, not that your community and stuff doesn't matter, but it's the time that you put in. Are those games? Look at me getting sidetracked. But yes, you put in a lot of time. Like, you put in a lot of time, and the people that reach out and I get to talk to them, it makes me happy, because I find my community. But I put in time. Like, this is a second job for me, honestly. Like, everything. Oh, you're talking about games? Yeah, I know Halo. I don't know Left 4 Dead. I know very little. Like, I play games like we talk about Nintendo 64. We talk about Sega Genesis and stuff. I'm out of touch. But yeah, so it takes a lot of time. You could get really bombarded, feeling like what you're doing is a waste of time, dealing with doubt, dealing with fear, just contradicting yourself if your content is good enough. And so I wanted to focus in on that tonight, as I've been saying. But like I said, you have to do trial and error. You have to actually create the content if you want to know what your audience likes. If you're not posting anything at all, you're not gonna learn about them. For example, I've posted videos where I was like, "Oh, this video about to take off," and I posted a video and I was like, "Yeah, I know that this, I know my audience don't care about this stuff, like point blank period whatsoever." And that's when you got to strip your ego and reevaluate and see how you can repackage that information, or kind of cater to your audience a little. It doesn't mean that you can't still be authentic and talk about what you want to talk about. It just means that you might have to find a better way to capture that audience if that's something that you really want to speak about. And I had to learn that the hard way. Yes, I see you. I don't know if you ever watched it, but you're one of the people listed in my video for my motivation, one of my YouTube sisters. Corey Kenshin. Not sure. Gotta think about that. But another thing is, if you want to learn your audience, is share your work. A lot of us, I noticed from my community, we're like YouTubers, like we're heavy on YouTube. A lot of us only use Instagram. Some of us use TikTok. Some of us use them all. I'm not a big social media person. I mainly use YouTube. Like, I like to stay hidden. When people start to find me, I start to disappear. But I'm learning that I have to post my links, talk about my work more, invite people from other platforms that I vibe with, that I like talking to, and just be like, hey, I got this little thing going on over there, show up, check out my channel, and stop being afraid to promote your work. Like, if you think about it, when you watch commercials for like food and stuff like that, they post like 1,000 different commercials. They're throwing it in your face on YouTube, on TV, on the radio, and here we are posting our work one time and swearing we gonna wake up to 1,000 views, and that's not how it works. Like, you have to really remember that regardless of your content and the quality and what you expect to deliver. Oh, I definitely had to check that out. You're just dropping all these gems on me, but keep going because I'm gonna read them later. But you can't think that like everybody knows your channel. Like, we exist in this little corner of YouTube and in the world like of social media. You have to remember that. So don't be afraid to promote your work. Don't be afraid to talk about it. Don't be afraid to get your work out of there. Like, I watched a lady on Instagram, and everybody knows I'm good for butchering names, but she literally like will go on like vacation and stuff or supermarket, and she'll bump into people and be like, hey, check out my channel. I don't do that. I probably should start. I like I said, take your ego out of it. Like, I met this guy at the laundromat years ago. Like, I was washing my clothes, and he walked up to me and he was like, have you heard of so and such? And I was like, no, I haven't. And he was like, here, let me see your phone. So he was like, here's my YouTube, and went and subscribed to his YouTube from my phone. Now, I don't know, the world we live in now, you can't hand nobody your phone. It might get stolen. But he definitely subscribed me to his YouTube channel. And I always thought that was cool because I looked at his subscribers, and granted, he didn't really talk about anything that I would really watch, but he had 500 subscribers at the time. And I can imagine how many more subscribers he's gained by actively promoting his stuff. And yes, I thought about that too. I was like, I really, really want to get some business cards. I heard they have like dot and tap and other stuff like that, but I really like business cards because my audience is not all younger, or some of them aren't tech savvy, so I want to cater to everybody, and I like the feel of a business card. Like, I feel like I'm legit when I hand out my business card, like, bam, here you go. So I like that idea. Oh, you're welcome, Jamal. And so another thing is I'm going to cover is there are a lot of places to find inspiration for your YouTube titles and your content. And oh, don't mind the band-aid. A little health, blood work going on today. But another thing is share your come on, keep it together today. Okay, places to find content ideas. Google is a good place to, thank you, I don't do it like you, but I'm getting there. Yeah, Google is a good place to find inspiration for titles. Please do not sleep on Google. Go to the Google search bar, type in a few keywords, and let Google help you with the rest. Google owns YouTube, so Google is a good place to find inspiration because what people are looking for on Google is most likely what they might be looking for on YouTube. Like, if that makes sense, it's one of the best places to go. And I'm gonna make a full video about it because I want to show you guys something very important. If you want to just test it out, on your own. I was supposed to do this on a laptop so I could screen share with you guys, but I was like, this is impromptu. Get your butt up and do it before you flake out. So that's why I'm here. But go to Google, type in the search bar. For example, we're talking about small channels today. Type in small channels, no views, for example. Look at the first few articles that Google presents to you, but then scroll down to the people also ask section. That people also ask section, do not sleep on that section, because the people also ask section is what people are asking. So if you were to make a video with the titles small channel, no views, scroll down to people also ask and see what people are asking and try to answer those questions in your video. That helps your video rank on YouTube. That helps your video populate on Google, because if people are looking for it, they might point out the link to your video. So it's important to, yeah, right? Thank you. Hey, how you doing, new subscriber? Yes, it is. Nice to meet you. Y'all making me blush tonight. But Go down to people also ask. Try to provide value to people because they came to your video for a channel. I don't like wasting people's time. Our time is all important. When I pop up to somebody's video, I want to see, like, I want to be entertained, don't get me wrong, but I want to see if the questions that you present in your title is some things that is gonna get answered. Like, I've had people where they're a really, really nice lady, she followed me. I'm gonna butcher, so I'm not gonna do it, but she was talking about sensitivity. Like, she answered all the questions that I was thinking as I was. I wonder what's the difference between sensitivity reading, beta reading. That is something really good that you want to do. You want to make sure you're asking. Like, when I say take your ego out of it, a lot of us, and we feel more special, we feel more relevant than what we think. And it doesn't mean we're not special. It just means that when somebody came to your video, they came for a reason. So why not try to make sure you provide value and answer questions? That way they'll come back. They'll be like, well, you know what? When I went to this person's channel, they answered all my questions. Like, I was thinking about this and they covered it. I was thinking about that and they covered it. And that's what I mean by provide value. And also, if you look at that people also ask section, you can use that people also ask section bullet points for your video. Like, if you're talking about small channels, no views, people also ask, why am I getting no views? How do I increase my subscribers? Take those, write it down, and try to cover those bullet points. Sit down, do the research, put the work in, put the time in to actually answer those questions. So, thank you. So that was some of the things that I didn't do. I was a lazy poster. Like, I just was like, oh, I came up with this topic from my heart. People are just gonna feel so compelled to watch the video because this is how I felt. You have to take you out of the equation, and you have to think more about your audience. What do they want to see? What are their questions? What are their concerns? So that's one free way to find title ideas, because people also ask is what people are looking for. So use it and incorporate it into your title, incorporate it into your thumbnail, incorporate it into everything, your tags, all that good stuff. I'm not good with SEO, but like, this is my understanding of how it all works. That's how I make it work for myself. And I'm trying to simplify the process to make it work for you guys as well. Because one of the things I noticed is people have reached out to me and they're like, how are you getting your channel to grow? And I said, well, for one, I had to fix those jinky titles. I had to take myself out of the equation and stop thinking that YouTube was going to disperse me all over the planet and everybody was going to find me with them janky titles. I have to create titles that are based around what people are looking for so that I can find my audience, so that my audience can find me. So that's one free way. YouTube Studio. I really don't like looking at analytics, but the analytics that I'm talking about, and I really, really want to touch on this. Thank you. Yeah, TubeBuddy is another good one. TubeBuddy also teaches you for people to properly find your channel too. I didn't know that when we share our channel ID, that it takes them to like a generic page of our channel. But it's something about TubeBuddy, and I'm not gonna go down a rabbit hole, but there's something about TubeBuddy where they teach you a different way to copy and paste your channel link that I didn't know. So TubeBuddy is good. Yeah. Another thing is a lot of us go to our YouTube Studio for only watch time, our watch hours, and our subscribers. We got to stop doing that. There's so much more cooking in the YouTube Studio to that. So when I go to the YouTube Studio, I try not to focus on that, because them watch hours is going to get me discouraged. Them subscribers is going to get me discouraged, because the watch hours go up and down anyway. So I try not to look at that. And like last week, I deleted YouTube Studio, but then I couldn't respond to my comments the way I wanted. I was like, let me put this YouTube Studio back. But if you go to the YouTube Studio, I need you guys to focus on the other parts of the analytics, the age, the gender. YouTube Studio will show you what your audience is watching. It'll also show you what else they are watching, to see what similar content they enjoy watching, and trying to kind of like not recreate, but see what you would like to touch on that they enjoy watching. Because the last thing I want you guys to do is to go find some ranking topics and be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to talk about that, and it's not authentic to you, because you're going to get a bunch of people that's going to flock to your channel and they're going to watch your videos, and you're not going to be able to keep up with that because it's not something you enjoy talking about. So find things that resonate with you, that you want to talk about and share with your audience. So go to YouTube Studio. I encourage everybody to take a look at your free analytics. Age and gender I slept on. I was like, well, what am I going to do with this? I talk about everything. Everybody's going to watch. No, they don't. They don't. My audience is in the 30s and up. So I had to get over myself. The 20 year olds, like, I love them, I do, but they don't care about the mindset and stuff that I'm talking about. They care, but just not in the way that I'm sharing it. The attention span is different. Their interest is different. I haven't really dived into exactly what, in regards to the mindset they like or they enjoy listening to. So I don't go there. I love my audience, so I want to continue to cater to them. The last thing I want to do is make a bunch of tone deaf content that doesn't resonate with the people in the age range, that doesn't resonate with the people of the age range that watches my channel. Y'all get where I'm going with that. Gender, what time they're on YouTube, all that stuff is very, very valuable information. So I would just encourage everybody to stop going to the watch hours and the subscribers. If you learn your audience, the rest will come. What they say, if you build it, it will come. Something like that. Yeah. Okay, so I cover Google. Look at me, yay. Another place to go searching is the inspiration. Yeah, we got to talk about that. You guys show me your tips and tricks, because I'll be watching you. But in the YouTube Studio, there's a couple of sections at the bottom. I don't know how it shows up on the desktop. I mainly use it for my phone, but there's like 4 sections. And now down there they have the community section too. If you go to the analytics, and then you go to the inspiration tab, you can search there for titles. If you have enough viewers, it will tell you how that title performs with your audience. It will tell you there's high interest, low interest, medium interest. If you don't have enough views, unfortunately, it's going to skimp out on you, and it is not going to reveal that to you, but it doesn't matter. If you go to inspiration, those videos that pop up are videos that your audience watches. Don't sleep on that section. Look at the titles. Look at the thumbnails. This is your audience that watches this. Use this to your advantage. Take advantage of this information and try to figure out, okay, well, I'm talking about shopping at Dollar Tree. All of my audience is watching stuff about organization, getting their lives together, planning content, and I'm still posting about Dollar Tree. Cool, you could keep posting about Dollar Tree. You can post enough to where YouTube starts to generate and send your information out to that audience who wants to watch that. But in the meantime, if anything in there is relatable to you that you want to cover, that you find interesting, then cool. Like, for example, I did a perfect example. I did the work from home vlogs, right? And I went to inspiration tab and I typed in work from home. 0 interest, very low interest with my audience. So I rewired it. Okay, so they're not interested in work from home. Let's try day in the life. I put day in the life. I had high interest. So I was like, okay, so now I'm going to make these vlogs titled Day in the Life, Work from Home. And then since my audience likes mindset, productivity, time management, I just put those into my parentheses because I wanted to answer all their questions. I wanted people to know, like, hey, this vlog is not just about work from home, which has low interest with my audience. This video is about work from home day in the life, which interests mindset, time management, productivity, work-life balance. Those are the things that interest my audience. So I'm not robbing myself of talking about what I like to talk about. I'm just finding a way to talk about it in the way that is relatable to my audience. So I hope that part makes sense for you guys. So take advantage of the inspiration tab because it will be your friend. It is another free resource. Ask the Public is another thing. I don't want to dive too much into Ask the Public because I would like to show it, in my videos. But if you do decide to do Ask the Public, just use keywords. Like, Ask the Public, the less information you feed it, the better. So you could just use keywords and it will do the work for you. It will show you who questions, what questions, why questions, weird questions that the audience is searching. And that is going to be another good resource for you. that's connected to Google as well, which is another search platform that people go to look for answers. So, but I'm going to cover that in another video where I'm going to actually show you guys. I would also say that that is also in the Small Channel ebook that I had. Is free. I posted all those links in my previous video, so you can go there and you can get that, and it gives you screenshots of what I'm talking about as well, if you guys don't want to wait till the video drops. So another thing is collabing with others. I think a lot of people sleep on collaboration. Like, I have a live coming up with a very lovely lady, and it's going to be my surprise tomorrow, but I'm very excited to collab with her. She's very smart. She has a lot of great ideas. We're kind of just going to talk about life and stuff, but you never know what you have to offer their audience and what the audience has to offer you, and vice versa. So that's another thing. We got to talk about that. It took me a little bit of time. I had to sit down and really structure like what I wanted to talk about and stuff, but it was fun. Like, I really enjoyed it. And then I got addicted. Like, I kept making ebooks after that. It was like ebook weekend, like for 2 weekends in a row. I had to stop. I think I had a little addiction. But I think you would make yours look really pretty because I saw your thumbnails, so please let me know when you do it. I would love to see. But yeah, that's another thing. Don't sleep on collabing with other people, getting to know some of their audience and vice versa. Another thing is please, please, please engage with your current audience. A lot of people, yeah, same, I think so. Same for me. Maybe we need to collab. I love the stuff that you talk about in the morning. I wish I could stop oversleeping so I could watch it more. I changed my schedule again, to change the schedule queen. I would love to collab together. You have a very, the spirit of your audience is really authentic, really nice, very loyal too. I've watched, they ride for you. But yeah, just appreciate and engage with your audience. This is probably where I'm going to talk the most on because I'm codes outside. But a lot of people don't really appreciate or engage with their audience. And the reason why I say that is because I've gone to people's channels. Me too. I bet you don't love it as much as I do. We should compete who loves YouTube more. But engage with your audience. Hearting a comment is not engaging with your audience. To me, I'm gonna just keep it a book. I know we're all busy. I know we have lives. I know that some of us may not be tech savvy, but we're so big on trying to grow our channel. We're so big on trying to get our 1,000 subscribers and our 4,000 watch hours that that we don't appreciate the people that show up for us. And I really don't like that. You know, I don't like that. Like, when I made my video, why I still post to YouTube even though nobody watches or whatever it's called, I told, the very first thing that I mentioned is my loyal 100s at the time. Because I was grateful that with my inconsistency, with my inability to narrow down my topics, with my current camera presence at the time, and, you know, just my lack of confidence in those videos, that they were still showing up and watching my videos and leaving comments and helping me with the algorithm in any way, shape, or form. Anybody who knows me knows that if you post something on my page, you are going to get a response. It is not going to kill me to take some time out of my life to write a sentence or two to somebody that stopped and watched my video. 9 minutes out of your life, 20 minutes out of your life, 30 minutes out of your life is a lot of time to put into somebody else. And it's not easy because I watch people's videos. I'm very loyal. When I like you on YouTube, I'm watching all your stuff. And I know for myself personally that it takes a lot of time for me to watch people's video. Like, I get interrupted. I'm putting dishes in the dishwasher. I'm washing clothes. Headphone fell out. Headphone, how you doing? Thank you for the support. headphone then fell out of my ear while I'm listening to the video, then stopped it 3,000 times and put it in my watch later, then recircled and resurfaced. It's a lot of time out of your life to watch other people's videos. So please make sure you spend some time engaging with your current audience. Stop worrying about your 1,000 subscribers if you don't even appreciate the people that show up. Because when you get the 1,000 subscribers, what are you going to do with them? If your channel gets deleted, why would they come back and support you? You don't engage with them. You just hit the heart button every time they say something. Like, I didn't mean to go on a little rant. This is stuff that I would have edited out in my video, but it's the truth. Like, I always respond. If I miss a response, it bothers me because there's times when YouTube is doing something to me right now. But everybody knows that me and YouTube got a toxic relationship. Like, I love YouTube. Sometimes YouTube don't love me. And I've had to go through the emails that is linked to my YouTube to find the comments that I did not respond to. I'm going to find you and respond. And if I didn't respond, please let me know. But I went to YouTube and I searched and I filtered, and YouTube said I responded to everything. Every single minute somebody took out of their life, their time to watch my video is appreciated. Like I said, this is our free small channel. Nobody has to come here and watch us. People watch me on their TV. Like, yeah. So that means a lot to me. I'm okay. How are you? How you doing? Oh, thank you. But don't do that. Don't skimp out. Like, I see that a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I can't wait to get monetized. I can't wait to get my 1,000 subscribers. So I'm like, you're just using the people as just like a stepping stone. Like, did you create the channel to engage with them? Did you create it to provide value? Or I know that's right. Listen, they be all right. I won't tell nobody. But if they took the time to check out your content, you should really be respectful and mindful of that. Like, there's times when I've gone to a channel and I've been excited, like their video done captured me, like really got me. Like, I was like, wow, this is great, and I go, get my phone up, which take time for me because I go down a rabbit hole real quick and I get, what up? Not the teddy bear. Ooh, okay. But I go down a rabbit hole real quick and I get distracted. So to sit there and take my time out to write a comment on somebody's page is time out of my life. And there's times when I've been really passionate, like, hey girl, or hey, to the dudes. I don't call them dudes. So that's like, what's up? Like, I really liked your content. I think it was really great. I love the way that you went into this and that. Like, I'm a real dork for YouTube, and I get a heart. I get a heart. It only took you like 30 seconds to respond. If you was just gonna heart it, why not just wait until you had time to respond? I just want to know why. Because I had over 200 to 300 comments on my video, the ones that went viral. And I sat down and I responded to every one. Like, my boyfriend was laughing because he was like, what are you doing? Like, you really love talking to your audience. I was like, yes, I do. I respect, appreciate, and admire the fact that they showed up and they took time out to write. Thank you. And they took time out to write a whole, message on a whole comment on my page. I owe them this. They didn't have to watch me. They didn't have to support me. They didn't have to like. They didn't have to finish a video. They didn't have to subscribe. So I was very grateful. And I just wanted people to see that, and I wanted people to return. Yes, I was tired. Some of those comments I'm responding at 12 in the morning at the time. My shift was at 9. I wake up like 6 or 7 in the morning. And I was tired. I would stay up and I would get the laptop out for this. Like, not the phone, the laptop. And two-hand type response to every single person. Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I like how you did this. Thanks for showing up to support me. It doesn't take long. Thank you. I'm working on it, girl. And don't think I forgot about that collab in the ebooks. I go down the rabbit hole, but I'm not going to forget. I'm going to hold you to it. But I think that's very important. Just stop focusing on, your 1,000 subscribers. I think that when people see that you're authentic, and people have been throwing the word authentic around a lot. Authentic for me is not just talking about content that resonates with you. Authentic is also being authentic with your audience, like not just using them as a number, not just using them to get to 1,000, really respecting their time, really providing value, really answering their questions, really giving them feedback when they ask you questions, answer them. Like I've had people where like I've gone to their channel and they was looking cute and I was like, hey girl, where you get that shirt? Heart. Okay, well, you just missed out on some monies because you didn't even say nothing back. Like, that's crazy to me. And I'm not petty. Like, I'll come back and I'll still watch the content if I really like it. But if I see that every time I reach out to you and I'm genuinely interested in your videos and I watch your full video, you know what I'm saying? And I watch your full video and I take the time to thumbs it out so it could send it off to the algorithm and you're just gonna give me a heart? Like, I don't know. I feel a way about that. Let me know if I'm being petty. But I don't think it would hurt anybody to stop and respond to your subscribers, the people that came to watch your video, even if they didn't subscribe. They seen something in you that they like. That is where your audience is. That's where you need to engage because people will see that. Like when I go to channels and I see it's dry and people aren't responding, I don't subscribe because I like something or I have questions or I want feedback on something, I'm not going to get an answer from you. So I would also say that's another thing. If you're interested in growing your audience, respect your current audience too. And so just to touch back on everything, because I'm getting cold. Like y'all can't see me shaking, but I'm shaking. And it's crazy because like y'all say y'all down in Maryland, Pennsylvania, stuff like that. It's colder down there. Now look at me. I done lost my edge because I used to deal with colder weather than this. But yeah, zip this up. But yeah, to circle back on everything, respect your audience. Use the free resources that I mentioned. Google owns YouTube. Use Google. Type in YouTube to see what people are looking for. Look for trending topics that you feel you can authentically cover, that you can actually resonate. Don't just cover every topic to give a bunch of nonsense to your audience. Don't do that. I don't like that. Um, what was the other thing I said? Trial and error. You have to make the content and post the content to learn who your audience is. You're going to see what works and what doesn't work, how to repackage it. I think that was everything that I covered. I mean, granted, it's going to restream, I hope, because I don't remember everything. But what type of content do you enjoy viewing the most? That's a good question. I'm such a YouTube dork. Like, I like how tos. I like I watch vlogs. I don't know why. Like somebody will be vlogging, they'll be talking about nothing, and I'll be listening and just going down the rabbit hole with them, find it interesting. I like learning. I teach myself a lot of different stuff. Like I'll literally go look up, why ants are shaped the way they're shaped. Um, I don't know everything. I like lifestyle, I like how tos. I don't really watch entertainment, like shorts of people just doing randomness. I do occasionally to distract myself or for a laugh, but I'm mainly learning on YouTube. I like to listen to people's experiences. I like to listen to people share their stories. There's so much that you can resonate with. I like to listen to different perspectives. That's how I challenge myself to get out of my own head, out of my own box, and see how the world works. There's so many different people with different views, and I'll be like, you know what, I might not agree with that, but that was very interesting. So that's some of the type of stuff that I like watching the most. I'm pretty sure when I end the live, I'll think of 1,000 other things. But what do you guys like watching the most? I typically keep it short and sweet. Yeah, exactly. That's all I'm saying, Tia. Like you don't gotta like there's some people like it's so much to cover that I'll type a bunch of stuff to them because that's just how my brain works and I gotta get it out. But for the most part, if anybody looks on my videos, I do like 1 to 2 sentences. I always heart it. I always give 1 to 2 sentences, 3 sentences. Sometimes if I can in the moment, I'll just go view their channel on the spot, subscribe, watch some videos or put them in my watch later so I can actually watch people's content so I can support them back. I've watched videos and channels of things that I don't really even watch, but I find myself watching them. I find myself learning my audience, engaging with them, spending time with them, watching their vlogs, like getting to know stuff about them. I like that. That's how you learn your audience. You spend time learning about them. They're right there. But your people are so busy with the 1,000 subscribers. Like, it's not all that matters. It would be great. Don't get me wrong. Who wouldn't want to get monetized? But If your channel gets deleted, you have nothing, because people will be like, well, I just followed this person, never really engaged with me, never really said nothing to me. Why should they keep coming back? I don't want that. Pop the balloon. That's okay. That's okay. It was no judgment zone. Because let me tell you something. Those are the shorts that keep popping up. And I watch and I'll be like, why am I watching this? I want to see why they popped the balloon. So I understand. That's okay. Content. I like learning too in sermons. Yeah, I'm a long form person for sure. I could watch short form. I don't mind it, but I know I like long form better. Like I'll put my headphones in, it'll be on while I'm washing the dishes, it'll be on while I'm putting on my little face stuff in the morning. I don't really wear makeup, so I don't know what to call the other stuff that I do, but yeah, I'm learning too in sermons. Okay, what kind of sermons though? Yeah, I just like today, for example, for an hour I was scrolling. I was scrolling on the shorts, no shame in my game. And I was just watching whatever popped up. Sometimes I like to watch something funny or a little entertainment, try not because I can't always think about what I want to watch. Sometimes I just like to see what comes on. So no, I don't have playlists. I'm failing because I keep saying I'm gonna make it. The only playlist I have is watch later because I get distracted very easy. So I just throw everything in my watch later. But now that you say that, Tia, it just makes sense to create playlists and throw them in those. Psh, mind blown. Because I throw everything in watch later. Everything. And then later I can't find it because there's so much stuff in the watch later. Philip, Michelle, Jerry Flowers. I know Jerry Flowers. I don't know the first one. Yes, me too. I watched a few of those. There was a guy. He had like yellow glasses. I don't remember his name. It's back and forth. People say like his channel's controversial, then it's not. But I feel like he just be speaking the truth, and I think that's a lot for people to hear in that aspect of content creation. Like that's not what people expect to hear when it comes to the church. But I forgot his name. Um, hey, hey D, you made it. Hola, ¿cómo estás? We can binge watch. Yes, yes, I shall. I shall definitely create. Creating is just something that I like to do. I'm addicted. I can't stop. Like, it's a problem sometimes. Like, I really have to take time off from creating. I have to say, like, today I really sat on my hands and I was like, I'm not going to create today. And look where I am outside doing a live. Addicted. But I like it. It's a healthy outlet for me. I don't, feel like I'm breaking any laws by creating. So, please create. What's your thoughts on the many how to grow a YouTube channel videos? Do you funny? You laughing at me? I would say my thoughts on how to grow is show up. Um, I wasn't showing up. I was just like, why is my channel not growing? And I was showing up every month, and I was like, oh, I think I have the answer. But if you're somebody who does show up, find out good titles. Like when this live is over, I hope it saves and you get to watch it. But rewatch, like how I said, you can find titles. I did watch some of your videos the other day. So just find titles where what people are looking for. Make sure they're searchable. Use keywords that your audience is looking for to find you. So, for example, instead of saying like small channel growth, I can be specific and look for what the audience is looking for. Why is my channel not growing? Why do I have low views? Stuff like that. Instead of just saying small channel, watch here. Like that's not gonna work. If I put exactly what people are typing into YouTube or Google, guess what? Voila, they gonna find me. Thank you, thank you. Let me see. It's gonna let me scroll back. Is that he's from Brooklyn Strong? Yeah, I gotta see. I gotta see that. I just reached 4K subs and it's easy. Otherwise, I watch the numbers grow up. I'm pretty. Yes, girl. Yes, and you need to share. When we collab, you need to share because I see how you be capturing your audience. You be having me running late for work, so you need to share. Everybody, don't sleep on. Let's see, Transform with Tia J. Okay, she is the originator for me. Like she is kind of what put the fire underneath my ooh, but she I liked her channel. I liked that she was showing up. I liked that she wasn't afraid. She was just going live and doing her thing. And I was like, man, she going live? Like, I'm gonna go live 1 year later. I think it's 1 year later, but please do. I hope I ain't got you blushing too much now. Yeah, I mentioned you in my video. You gotta watch it. I don't know which video it is, but when I figure out what video it is, I did mention you. I mentioned you. I mentioned, I think, 34 nails. I'm good at butchering names, by the way, so a place for her. It was like four of y'all, and I definitely mentioned y'all, and I was just like, I don't know what it is about y'all. I think it was like the love and the support that you guys showed me as my channel was growing, coming in, like literally to the videos that had 4 views, posting a comment. It meant more to me than you probably could even imagine. So, and that's what I'm saying, like about your audience, respecting your audience. Like somebody asked about growing a channel, like, are you spending time engaging with your current audience? Ask them questions like, hey, what would you like to see more of? What would you like me to cover? What did you like that I did? It might be a little more difficult for a gaming channel per se, because I'm not sure. I didn't really get to look at like your comments and stuff, but definitely creating titles that people are looking for to show up like on their algorithm, because that's what I get. Like if I type in, hey, hey Terry creates, how you doing? But like just making my content searchable. So even for example, for myself, I can go to YouTube, right? And everybody knows, I'm on my natural hair journey, right? And I can type in natural hair, right? But if I went to YouTube and I typed in natural hair, but somebody hit something specifically like, why is my natural hair dry? Tips on maintaining your natural hair. I'm more likely to pick on somebody with those titles because I'm like, oh, they're probably going to cover a bunch of different things that pertain to me. The title that just says natural hair, my time is valuable, I might not click on that video. I might not click on that video because I'll have to go watch it to see what they're covering. Whereas the other one that says natural tips for natural, bear with me. The one that says tips for natural hair, I know they'll probably cover products. I know they'll probably cover maintenance and things like that. So make sure your titles are searchable to people. What are people looking for? Put yourself back into the audience's place. Like I watch YouTube a lot, so I'm starting to wrap my head around the fact that people search a certain way. Literally, they go to YouTube and they ask questions. So try to answer those questions. Try to use those keywords in your title. Thank you. I appreciate that because the natural hair wears me most of the time. It does not cooperate the way I need to, but I would not trade it for the world. Like the other stuff, the Jeepers Creepers that I had going on, I will never go back to that. Like that was just punishment for my hair, you know. But see, y'all got me smiling now. It's been a day. It's been a day. I hope y'all day was good because it's been a day. So it's really nice to have y'all here. I feel about y'all right now like I did when I had the Loyal 100s, just full of gratitude, appreciative, loved. Like I feel like y'all genuinely support me. Very encouraging. Like when I made that video and I was just like, you know what, YouTube, y'all want to keep playing me, you know, I'm breaking up with y'all low key because I do the quiet quits. And I didn't expect to find people. Hey, you really at bingo? Because I hope you win. But I didn't expect to find people that were gonna be this supportive. Like I see it on other people's channels, but I was just like, is that real? Like, are people really just going to be like, hey, post this or do this and really get that type of love and feedback? And I have. Like one of the things that I would say too is utilizing polls. Seeing what your audience wants to watch. Like community part of YouTube is a very slept on section. Test the waters. I've had posts on the community part, and one was, oh, somebody on the road. Get your monies, girl. But test it out. Like I've had some very dry posts where I was like, this is gonna be amazing post. Like I'm, giving people so much information. It'd be like one thumbs up, one comment. But that's okay. Still throw those polls out there. Like I still do. I do them more frequently now that I have a bigger audience, and I ask people, what do you want to know about? What do you want to learn? And today was why I came up with the impromptu idea to talk about finding your audience, because I asked and people answered, and I was like, you know what? This is a perfect opportunity to stop being a punk and go live and talk about it instead of sitting down and getting the camera and getting the lights, and you know how that go. So I think live is gonna be my new friend. I think I like it. I think I like it a whole lot. So yeah, do polls. Game Life 44 polls. Write posts. Um and just talk about stuff you do on your channel. Like for your channel, you just have to talk to people more. Get your content out there. Put it on little clips on Instagram or whatever other social media platforms you use. Don't be like me, because I really be trying to hide on YouTube, and that's not good. I probably could have been grew my audience if I was more willing to share it on Instagram and other platforms. Like I gotta stop doing that. I did start a Facebook group. I don't really use Facebook. I started using Facebook because I can actually message my people, I guess. Um, Whereas like YouTube, I can't really engage with people the way I want to. I gotta go all the way to the original thread and go to the replies and reply to them that way. And I didn't like that. Also, when I try to follow everybody back, YouTube was only letting me follow 10 people a day. Um, which I've demanded answers from YouTube. Like they had 24 hours to respond, and YouTube was like, nope, YouTube has not responded to me. YouTube was like, we ain't gotta do nothing. They have not gotten back to me. So I had to manually go follow everybody. So that's why I started Facebook. And then on Facebook, I'm talking about my channel more. And I noticed I've gotten some subscribers from doing that. So yeah, talk about your channel to other people. What other platforms are you on? Yeah, I see. I'm telling you, Tia, you are one of the inspirations. You really are very active in the live community. And I seen your consistency with going live, and I was like, man, how does she do it? Does she just like have it set up in the morning, like Cause I'd be so scared. Like my hidden fear, and I'm just share this with y'all that are here tonight, is that I'm gonna stand up and forget that like I didn't put pants on or something. You remember like during the pandemic when the news reporters were filming from home and they were getting caught out there in awkward situations, like that's just how my mind worked. But now that I realize, like, just put your pants on before you film so that you don't get caught out there. That won't happen. That's a stupid fear, I know, but it really is one of those things. It's like how, people be like, I'm scared to talk in front of people because they're all going to laugh at me. They're all going to laugh at me. It was kind of like that. But I saw you showing up, and I really, really wanted to do this. And I'm supposed to go live with, I believe it's Lady Lene of Beverly Hills, and I'm excited. And I didn't want tomorrow to be my first time going live and like really drop the ball on her. So I was like, let me just show up and do some practice, meet my audience, do a little meet and greet with my folks, and get to know you guys. So I'm happy I showed up. Really happy, if y'all can't tell. Um, why next year? What do you mean next year? I seen your vlogs. You ain't shy. Next year. I'm gonna try group me because Facebook group, it's not giving. I'm struggling. I don't really like the interface of Facebook, if I must be honest. But what I do like in the meantime is that the people who have joined the group, like I can message them on Messenger and we talk all the time. Like all the time. Like it's like I've known them for a long time. Whereas I can't have that back and forth interaction with YouTube. So I'll look into group me and I'll try to get my little members over there. There's gonna be some work. I have 5. So you know how that go. You telling people to go follow you somewhere else, and they like, really? It took me a long time to follow you here, and now you want me to go somewhere else. So what time is my live? That's the thing. Oh, tomorrow my live is 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I believe for her it's gonna be 7 a.m. Pacific Time. But I'll make a post about it. But we're excited. We chatted over the phone. We met via YouTube. We chatted over the phone. I don't know. I just like her energy a lot, and I think you guys will as well. We're probably just going to talk more so about life and mindset and stuff, but I find it very inspirational. What a lot of people don't know about me is that I love talking to people that are older than me, because I find value in what they have to say. I believe if you're smart, you'll learn from people who have already experienced things, who know better, instead of being a dum dum and finding out things the hard way. If somebody says, hey, don't do this, I've already done this in life, it doesn't mean that it's not your life to try things, but you don't have to run into a wall your whole life. So I believe they provide a lot of value. So I'm very excited. And she don't even look her age. Y'all gonna see. She gonna blow y'all away. Um, what group did I miss? Oh, Terry. So we were talking about Facebook group. Like I have a Facebook group called The Creative Shift, to better engage with my audience, because people would ask me questions on YouTube and it was very difficult for me to track down those comments and actually respond to people. So I started that group so I could actually talk to them more. But Transform with Tia J, which a little dorked out reading the whole title. But yeah, she uses GroupMe. So we're just talking about what's a better way to keep engagement with your audience. I'm trying to tell people don't rely on YouTube to engage with your audience, not because I don't like YouTube, but there's channels getting deleted in the technology era. You might lose, you know, whatever. So basically, you just want to find a way to make sure you can keep engagement with your audience, the people you enjoy talking to. What's your backup plan in case something happens to your channel? How are you going to talk to them? So one of my ways is getting emails so that I can communicate with people like, hey, I like this or blah, blah, blah. If they want to talk, they talk. If they don't, they don't. But like I said, I'm a nerd. I'll go down a whole rabbit hole if I like your channel and I want to talk to you. And I want you to talk to me. That's why I created the channel. So yeah, that's what I said. So check it out, Terry. Let me know what you like. She picked GroupMe. I do Facebook group. I'm still up in the air. Okay, girl. Oh, you going, oh, wait, okay. So you're going to be on when I'm on, or you're going to be working, I assume. Okay, yeah, catch the replay. Definitely catch the replay, because I definitely always use your replays to get me through my week. So I start my day off by doing my Bible plans, my prayer, my devotions, my study. Then I'm allowed to, go down the YouTube rabbit hole or get distracted by life and other things. So I do listen to your content a lot. Oh, my first name is Janae, and I don't know how I said it. I don't know why it felt weird saying my own name, but my name is Janae. Gauge if you it's easy enough. Yes, I agree. I totally agree. So yeah, just in regards to growing your audience is respecting your current audience, using free ways to search. I hope that I made that search part very clear because that has been helping me. I really believe close is Janae. So instead of the Y, it's a E. Bye, D. Have fun. But if you are able to tap into that, it will make it a lot easier for your audience to search you up. What it do? Yes, you got it. You're welcome. It will make it a lot easier for your audience to search you up that way. That is how I believe I was able to get suggested on YouTube. I'm not gonna lie to you because those videos that I posted all September and October, I was not playing. Okay, I was like, listen, YouTube, you gonna listen to me, and you gonna help me find my audience, and you gonna respect what I'm doing here. I'm putting time in. I'm really, really packaging myself very well now here because a lot of people don't understand either. When we're on a bigger platform, your titles, your thumbnails and stuff is not really going to matter so much if people really want to watch your video. When you're small and you're a small channel, it's hard for people to find you. The first few days that you post, YouTube is working very hard to push your content, push your video. And then after a few days, I'm not sure exactly how much, but when I make my video, I'll be specific. After a few days, YouTube drops off and your video is out there floating in the ocean by itself. It's doing all the work by itself. So that means that you're relying now on your title, you're relying now on your thumbnail that you created. So if you were lazy with both, you're going to get the results of being lazy. That's just how I feel. And I had to get over myself once again, like I said, and stop throwing out titles like sick of life and the thumbnail like this. And just thinking everybody was going to be like, yeah, me too, I'm sick of life. I'm going to go watch this video. And I was going to wake up to 1,000K views. Like, no. Like, instead of sick of life, what are people saying about life? Maybe I am tired of being behind in life. I don't know, but you get the gist. I'll show you guys better in the video. And then that is how I feel like YouTube was able to do that, because every single title I did research. I checked it on Google. I checked it on YouTube. I checked it in my analytics to see how my current audience would resonate with it. Then I catered the title to how I speak, okay? Because I can only be me, right? There's only one person I could be, is me. So I try to be authentic to who I am. Because if I start trying to, do the most and talk in a way that does not, that does not, is not conducive to who I am, the gig is going to be up very quick. Like, I'm not a good actress. So I retailer the title in my words and to resonate with my audience. They're humans, they're not bots. So I'm not gonna go type in the whole Google title and keep it like that. I want to talk to people how I talk. Then I think about some of those keywords and I put them in my title. Then I think about some of those keywords and I put it in my tags. And that's very essential for me. And I did that for like 10 videos and I was like, I'm not gonna look. I don't care if nobody don't watch it, as long as the people that are currently subscribed to me can find value in my video, as long as I took my time and I actually really dived into the things that I feel like matters to my current audience. I don't care. A week went by. That's okay, Carletta. It's a way to do it. It is a way to do it. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Like, you'll find a way to work in what matters to your audience the way it matters to them. So don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overthink it. Like, if you're talking about writing, what about writing? What topics about writing does your audience think about? Like, what are they looking for? Are they looking for drafts? Are they looking for outlines? Things like that. And then try to answer them in your video. If you don't come up with the best titles and thumbnails, so what? But if they found your video and you answered all the questions that they were thinking, you'll get people to come back. You'll get people to come back for sure. Because some of my little crusty, dusty videos still perform well because I answered a lot of questions. I try to provide as much value. So it doesn't mean that if you don't have a great thumbnail or a great title, people won't come. It's just about trying to make your title searchable to other people. Thumbnails like graphic design and me equal no. So I don't really like that. I've learned to develop a better relationship with it, to have patience, as like I said, this is a part of my packaging, because after a few days you're on your own, your video is on its own. And when you go to YouTube, think of yourself as the audience. You pull up all these videos. What's going to make you click on that person's video with your valuable time? It's either the title, it's either the thumbnail, or it's either it caught you, like, emotion wise. It evoked some sort of emotion in you. Like, maybe the thumbnail sucked. Maybe the title wasn't good, but you were like, yeah, you know what? I'm sick of doing this too. So you click on that person's video and you watch it. So think about that. Put yourself back in the audience's position. And that's what I was missing. I was just like, no, what I'm creating is dope. They'll come watch it. No, like, I had to take my ego out of it. I really had to take my ego out of the process and say, maybe it's not dope. Either it don't look good from the outside looking in. Either I'm not providing value or really answering their questions, or I think that I'm killing it and I'm not. And I don't think I was doing horrible. It was a learning curve. It was definitely a learning curve, but I'm so glad that I went through the journey. Hey, I was just talking about you, 34 Nails. Tell her, Tia. I ain't no liar. Tell her I was talking about her, right? I talked about you like 2 times. I'm so glad you're here. How you doing? I'm waiting for the nail stuff. Let's see. I'm Zo Madden. Salute. What up? If you like, I have grown. I seen your Tia, I seen your thumbnails, yeah, because graphic design and colors. Ooh. But if you see my ebooks now, my ebooks is top tier. Like, I worked very hard. I was like, Janae, come on, like, When I was little and I was going to school and they would be like, all right, we're going to do projects, I would volunteer to do the writing and the research. As soon as they would be like, okay, we picked you to design the poster, I'd be like, see, now y'all just sunk the whole group because that's not where I excel at. So I've learned and I'm learning to get into a good relationship of, designing my thumbnails, taking my time, what looks good to the eye, colors, all that good stuff. Oh, good. Yeah, I seen you made a post about nail tech school. You were talking about the teaching, I believe it was. See, that's why I like you. You just post like what you're thinking, like just your thoughts on different things. And I don't do nails. Like I haven't done my nails in a while. I have a band-aid on. And for some reason, although I don't do anything with nails, I still watch your channel. So I just wanted you to know that's how amazing you are, that you could capture my attention when I don't have nothing to do with nails. I like getting my nails done, by the way. Fun fact, but I don't at the same time. But I like your channel. I don't know why I like it, but I know I like it. I think I like you. You're very real. Like I feel like I've known you. Yes, girl. Thank you so much for stopping by. You have a good evening. And you and your company don't have too much fun. It's getting late now. Okay, well, I can't wait to see. I cannot wait to see Canva. Yes, I love Canva too. Canva, I think is the only, yeah, Canva is the only thing I use to design my thumbnails. When I first started my YouTube channel, I was so overwhelmed. I was like, how people come up with that stuff? And I sat down and I watched YouTube videos. Another good tip, guys, is if you're learning something, actually do what you're learning. So you don't get stuck in analysis paralysis. Is that what it's called? But yeah, actually do what you're learning. So like when I was first learning how to do thumbnails, I literally pulled up the thumbnail and I literally did the thumbnail designing as I was watching the video instead of being like, oh, okay, cool. I'm going to watch 45 thumbnail videos and never learn how to make the thumbnails. No, you actually got to do what you're learning. I think that's the fun part about YouTube. I get to mess up. I get to make errors. I get to fix them. Once you know better, you do better, right? So it's an uphill battle with that. I wanted to talk about too call to actions, like for your audience. Call to action is not just like and subscribe. And that's where I went wrong too. We have to get away from saying please like and subscribe to my video. We can do it, but what else? Like, what else do you want your audience to take away from your video? Like and subscribe. Okay, cool. They liked and subscribed. What else? Please go check out my free ebook. Please watch my other video. Please join me on my live on Saturday. Please check out my blog site. What else? Because when you just say please like and subscribe, that only benefits YouTube, right? And I had to get away from that. And I learned very late in the game because there was so many other things I could have talked to people about. I could have said, hey, if you're not interested in this video, maybe you can watch my playlist about mindset. Maybe you can watch my playlist about YouTube journey. Maybe you can watch my playlist about interpersonal relationships and dealing with people and negativity and such. I failed myself in a sense, but in a good way. Failure is always good for me. Failure just teaches me how to do better. So I'm excited now to present different calls to actions, and they work. They work. People come and they check the stuff out. Like I was like, please check out my blog about content creators. It's called Time Management Tips for Content Creators, because when you're a content creator, you're going to fight for your life, for your time. Like people around you don't always respect your time. They don't care about what you're doing, about your little YouTube channel. They don't care. Not everybody. Some people are very supportive, but there are people that not really going to understand or support the journey. People consider me to be a recluse because I like to create on my weekends, because that's the only time I really have to really do it. So I wrote that, and I told people, because people would ask me like, how do you find the time? What are you doing to create videos? And I was like, just read the blog. That's literally what I do. I wrote that because I know the struggle is real. It's free. I have nothing to gain by people going to read it, except that I wanted people. I am a content creator that writes for content creators. I know about the struggles. I know about the work-life balance that don't exist. I know about the time management. I know about the consistency issues. I know about the self-doubt. I know about the fear. I know about the criticism. Been there, done that. Gotta hop off. Yes, I love getting my nails done too. But what I don't like was when I make them too long and I suffer in silence. I need to be able to feel my face. I need to be able to reach for things. One time I thought I was cute and I made my nails really long and I regretted it. I regretted it. Showing up and trying to create them definitely not easy, but I enjoy it. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Like, I'm glad you said that. Thank you so much because have fun. Like my last video, I was having fun. I'll be in the house talking to the camera like it's my friend, and I have fun. And I think that's what's made my YouTube journey sustainable, and how I was able to be consistent because I enjoy it. Like anything that I don't like, I get into a good relationship with it because I like learning. I like challenging myself. So when it's all said and done, I'm just like, wow, look how far I came. So I'm glad that you said that. Ooh, I had tuna casserole yesterday. Oh, not the oh no, not that kind of company. I didn't mean it like that. But yeah, I love tuna casserole. I just had some. I just subscribed to 34 Nails. I thought I had already. Yeah, I think 34 Nails came from your channel to my channel. Yeah, girl. You gotta subscribe. Thank you so much. I enjoyed that vlog. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here because I remember I think you did see, you saw it and you responded. You was like, you're taking some time off. And I was like, oh no. But then I was like, well, do what's best for you because I talk all the time about sustainability and burnout. And, it's real. It's real. You're welcome. Game Life 44. I'm all late. You probably gone, but you're welcome. Yes, Tia. I would love that. I would love that a lot. I talk a lot about mental health. I volunteer a lot in my spare time in regards to mental health. It's a topic that I take very, very, very seriously. So we have work to do. The self doubt is terrible, Terry. The self doubt is bad. Like, I woke up today and I was like, I ain't posting nothing. Like, who cares about what I post? And I was like, Janae, why are you talking to yourself like that? Like, I had to have a conversation with myself. Like, don't do that. Those little quiet conversations you have with yourself are very bad. Like, they could really throw you off your game. Meanwhile, you got people looking for you, supporting for you, cheering you on, and you telling yourself stupid stuff. So I'm glad that you said that. Please create those playlists as your homework. Yes, ma'am. I shall do. It is a mood driven journey. But I've learned that when it's time to turn the camera on, it's time to work. Because you know what? I thought to myself, I show up for work and I don't let my moods control me when it comes to that. So I was like, if I could put in time for that, I could give myself an hour or two. And that's really how I work through that mindset with myself. Like, just I have to show up for myself. I said it in one of my videos, show up for yourself. If nobody's watching, if nobody shows up, if nobody cares about your products, if nobody cares about what you're talking about, you show up for yourself. It happens. People be like, oh, this person's channel took off overnight. No, they didn't. That person kept showing up when nobody was watching. My turn for Tia. Tia, didn't you say you had to hop off and you still here? Ooh, you're not getting off like you said. I have to get over perfectionist, procrastination. My turn for my show. You gotta tell me more about perfectionistic procrastination, cause I don't. That's a new term for me. That's a new term for me. So, no, you're not, cause you just responded and you still here. That's funny. Yeah, yeah, 30 fingernails. We have to give ourselves some grace as a content creator. There is no guide or rule book. There's just a bunch of people out there telling you you can blow up if you do this and you can blow up if you do that. But like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. That ain't gonna be everybody's journey. Some of us are gonna put in the work and we're gonna post and we might. Good night. Good night. Sleep tight. She can't, right? I saw that. I'm like, girl, look, and she put a peace sign. What else she gonna put? Now she made me forget what I was saying. If somebody knows what it was, please tell me, because Rabbit Hole Janae is here. Like I said, I can't edit this out. Now y'all see how my brain really work. It really be low-key fried. No, I be writing a lot, thinking a lot. It's what I do. She said it's my turn. Peace sign. Then still here. She's funny. I really enjoyed talking to y'all so far. I think I was talking about being kind to ourselves. We have to be more kind to ourselves. We have to show ourselves some grace. There's no rule book to what we do. Um, it's not really a lot of support. When you tell people you're doing a free YouTube channel, nobody really values or take what you're doing serious. You're just kind of showing up for yourself at that point until your channel grows. So just remember that just remember to stop focusing so much on the numbers, the watch hours, the subscribers. I'm gonna make a video about AdSense and monetization on YouTube. I don't think a lot of people understand that even when you get monetized, it's not a lot. If your channel is small or you don't have thousands of views, like those checks are not going to be anything to leave the day job with. And for people that are not interested in leaving their job and they have, a career and things like that, you and it's not about monetization. And what are you hoping to gain? Is it building a connection with your audience? Is it, creating products that you want to share with them? Like, what is it? Because everybody's dream is not to be a full-time YouTuber. Like, and everybody's not going to end up being a full-time YouTuber. And I'm going down a rabbit hole, so come with me. But what I don't like is, like, there's a lot of channels out there that are preaching, like, if you do this, you can leave your job. If you do this, you can blow up overnight. You can't. You can't. You can't. It's like, I literally Googled it. It's like winning the lottery. So, in the meantime, I want you to understand, strategize, think, focus. What can you do with your current audience to help you monetize? Because AdSense and all that stuff, it doesn't make people as much as people think. I saw the numbers. I have it in the video. That guy in the video, the last video, he was excited. It was like, yeah, I just reached my 4,000 watch hours, I think it was, and my 1,000 subscribers, and he got paid $1.63 for the day. And granted, I'm sure it's going to grow. That guy has a really big channel, by the way. Like, his real channel is a big channel. But he's doing this dummy channel to kind of give you guys an idea and an insight. His point was to show you how fast he can monetize. So I do respect the video. I appreciate that. But I want people to see the reality of it. Like, I'm not checking for 1K. Once I hit 1K and I get my 4,000 watch hours, then what? My $53 check? Yeah. So I'm more so just focused on building with my current audience, learning more about them, creating products that work for them, free and paid in the long run. Learning from them, collabing with them, growing long term. YouTube is a long game. If it's just about getting monetized and hitting that mark, it's going to be a little tougher than that. Like, I was just watching a video the other day. This lady, she had like 10,000 subscribers and her channel got deleted. And she was really upset and she was crying. She was saying, hey, family, bring me back. Like, she was looking for them to revive her channel. And she got about 400 of the 10,000 back. And she was just like, I've spent so much time with you guys. I have such a big channel. I know I have more followers, but you got people to subscribe to you and you get views occasionally, but how many people are really engaged in you as a person and what you do, and why should they be if you were just using them as numbers? Not to say that that's what her story was, but you have to think about that too. Gain subscribers. Yeah, see? It's like when you stop caring so much, like beating yourself up. Like, I had to stop. When I posted those videos, I didn't look. And the video that kind of like went viral, somebody told me, like, I was out at a Friendsgiving, stuff in my face, and somebody was like, you're famous, your channel, your videos are going viral. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. So I'm thinking I got like 150 views because that's viral for me, because I was used to getting 100 and below. And they were like, no, like you're like in the thousands. And I should have known something was up, because like that Thursday, that Friday, people were like, hey, it's me from Greece, or hey, I'm from Germany and I found your channel. So I was like, whoa, great, what's up, like, what it do? I didn't know that YouTube had suggested me until that weekend when people were telling me. And people pulled up the views and they was like, you want to know where you at? And I was like, sure, tell me. It's not going to matter. It's not going to change. It's not going to change how I interact or do my channel. But sure. And they told me, I was like, 4,000, 5,000. My subscribers was going up like every day. When I stopped caring, to your point, 34 nails, like, Once I stopped caring, because I posted my videos and I what you call that? Reduced my expectations. And I was just like, I put in a lot of work to this content. I hope this inspires and motivates my loyal 100s, and that's it. And I actually put in that video that I was tired of the YouTube algorithm. I said they play too much. Like I had a bunch of bullet points and I threw all this shade and I just stopped caring. So I was just focused more so on providing value. And it grew. It really don't. It don't work for everybody. I've seen people with this massive subscriber that are active with time. Yeah. I don't want that. Like, when I talk to the lady with the lady and we're gonna talk about being organic on. I think one of the things that stuck out on my conversation with her is that, hey Jackie, or shall I say Miss McKeever, how to do. But yeah, we talked about that and we were like, we don't just want people to show up to our channel inauthentically, is that the word? I don't want that. Like, I like the fact that you guys are up here, and I feel like I kind of do and don't know a lot about you guys because I've actually engaged with you guys. That's what I want. I don't want the bots. Like, the bots are not welcome. I just want real engagement. Like, when I started my YouTube channel, I was looking for a community. I was like, I feel like YouTube has a reach to where I could find people that I could relate to, and then I found them. By being organic and posting authentic content. And I want the people that came for me to come. I don't want people to come because I started doing stuff that doesn't resonate with me or doing stuff that's not conducive to who I am as a person, just for attention, for subscribers, for views. I don't want that. Hey, thank you for coming. I appreciate that. I wish you guys had came earlier. I'm out here freezing. My hands are so cold. But I'm going to thug it out a little bit longer. I'm so happy to see you. So now I kind of got an idea what time you guys be on. Y'all night owls, huh? Because this late for me, I'm a little old lady. I wake up very early in the morning. I think I went to sleep at 1 and I was up by 6:30. It's like, what time is it on my end? I have no clue. I'm scared to touch this thing and close everything out. But I'm on Eastern Standard Times, if anybody know what time it is. But I'm sleepy and cold. I'm glad you showed up, though. But yeah, 34 Nails, you hit on a really good point. There are a lot of people with massive subscribers, and watch time does not add up, and I don't want that. I want to post so people can actually want to show up. That's very important to me. Like I said earlier, you weren't here yet in the conversation, but I care a lot about people's time, and I want people to care about my time. So I try to show up authentically. I ain't going to waste nobody's time. Like, when they click on my channel, they watch me because they want to watch, not because I bought a bunch of bots to make my channel look like something. It ain't worth it. You can't really do nothing with it. You can't monetize off of that. And YouTube is very strict. A lot of people don't know YouTube is a very strict policy, and they will retract the hours or go do what they're going to do. It might not catch up with you that year or the year after, but it might catch up with you. And so I really don't play around with that. It's 5 here. I'm in Cali. Oh yeah, y'all, we are 3 hours, so it's 8 here. It's 8. Jesus. I mean, I'll be up past 8. Like, I'll be up, but like, I'll be a little sleepy by that time. I'm usually getting ready for bed around this time on East as well, but the kiddos on Thanksgiving said, yes, y'all out here. The kids say, yeah, turn down for what? I know that's right. I'm so happy you're here then. I'm glad they kept you up, because then you would have never came to the YouTube. See how that worked? But yeah, we were just talking about like small channel growth. I was going over a few really good points that people talked about. The main topic of the night was really just your audience, growing your audience. I was giving people some resources on how to create better titles. I'm not a big thumbnail person. I would just say for the thumbnail, use keywords from the title, use things people search. That's very important. I was telling people that I had to take my ego out of things. I would create these titles and I thought I was the bomb.com and everybody was just going to watch my content, and they didn't. And looking back on my learning curve, because I don't call it a failure, but looking back on my learning curve, I can see why people didn't watch some of the videos. Some of the stuff people are watching now and they're like, wow, this was a really good video. And it kind of made me realize that it was the packaging of it that would make people not watch it, So I don't want to get too into graphic design or to a point where posting on YouTube becomes a full-time job, because it shouldn't have to be all that to post it. YouTube was not created like that. So don't get too wrapped up in like thumbnails, but I do think titles is important. I would be lying if I didn't say that I don't think the title is important, because YouTube is a big search engine. Google owns YouTube. So make your title searchable for people. Let me see. It's empty. So I don't understand why people feel like that's the route they should take. Put an ancient visit and find us for nothing. Yeah, I agree. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I miss you posting on YouTube, because you be talking straight facts all the time. You ain't never lied about one thing. I can't wait for you to start posting again, by the way. Hey, hey, Houston. Are y'all on Eastern Standard Time Zone over there? Group me while watching you. See, Terry? So that's 2 votes for group me. See, you know what I like? You know what I like about what you just did, Terry? You got up and you did it. Like, wow. Terry, that's great. I love that. Oh, so for the packaging of it, bear with me because I'll be going down rabbit holes. But for the packaging of it, I'm going to try to kind of condense what I said earlier. Basically, in the first few days that you create a YouTube video, YouTube is kind of doing all the work for you. YouTube itself is doing all the hunting for you, trying to find who your audience is, who to push your content, your videos in front of, and YouTube is doing it all based off of data. So YouTube is looking at your thumbnail, YouTube is looking at your title, YouTube is looking at the metadata. I'm not going to get too much into that, but they're looking into the metadata of your overall video and trying to figure out where they should put your video. So the packaging of it is important. I don't want people to get too focused on making the thumbnails and the title so pretty that they forget about the content in the video, like the quality, the message in the video. But basically, after a few days, your video is out there by itself. Like, your video now is doing the work. How you package your video is how people are going to find you. YouTube is no longer helping you. So that is going to be your thumbnail, your title, the content, that you put in the video is how people are going to find you. So I just kind of talked about this tonight to get people's mindset around taking our ego out of our videos, because a lot of us, we swear our video is so dope that everyone is going to find us, and that's not how it works. Like, we're not all going to get suggested, we're not all going to pop up on people's feeds, and stuff like that. So you have to do the work. I try to remind myself, like, hey, not a lot of people know who Janae is, not a lot of people know who the Venting Bear is. So when they come across my video in their feed, why should they stop? Did I have a title that like evokes some emotion? Did I have a thumbnail that captured their eye? Did I do both? Even if the title and the thumbnail was raggedy, when they watch a video where they like, you know what, this title and this thumbnail suck, but this video was really good. Something has to get the people there. And then I was talking about call to action. So once the people are there, maybe they're not feeling the video. Did you put cards in the video? Cards are the little things that pop up like at the top of the video. Did you put cards? Because maybe they don't like that video, but they'll watch your other video. Did you put an end screen? And the end screen, it gives you options. You could put I think recent upload, or somebody help me out. I think it's recent upload, subscribe button, or suggested for viewer. Those are important. Put those in your video too, because somebody might have watched your video and they still like indecisive about you, but maybe those videos that pop up that YouTube presents to them, maybe they might watch that. So that's all very important to engagement too. So see, now y'all getting me, because I wasn't gonna go that far into it, but secretly, low key, that has helped me. I wasn't gonna get into it because I want to put it in the video, because I don't want to be rambling, but as long as y'all with me, I'm with y'all. But that's important. I've had people that were not interested in my video whatsoever, point blank period, but they seen another video suggested to them on a card that popped up, and they were like, I watched this video, and then they'll end up subscribing to my video because of that other video. So you have plenty of opportunities to engage with people during your video. Cards, end screen, call to actions. Maybe they didn't like your video, but you have products. Maybe they didn't like your video, but you have a blog. Maybe they didn't like your video, but you have a website. There was like at least 10 different ways to engage with your audience during that one video. And I feel like a lot of us miss that opportunity. Your banner is important for your audience engagement, your channel description. Like I used to have a really dry channel description. I was feeling myself. I was like, Janae, YouTube enthusiast, peace of mind enthusiast, some crap, writer, creator, and I was like, bam, that's it. Everybody going flock. No. So I had to go on YouTube and I got to searching what I do best, and I was like, what is a good channel description? What is a good layout for a channel description? You need links. You need to tell people where to find you. You need to tell people more about you. When I really like a channel, because I'm a YouTube like nerd. When I really like a channel, I do go all the way to the channel description. I read about the person because now I'm invested. I'm like, this is really cool. I like this person. Let me see what links they have. Let me see their website. Let me see what they have to offer. And I get there and it's nothing. It's just like about me. 2 sentences, no links, no nothing else. So you have to think very carefully about how you package yourself, and I've been working on that, and that's one of the things that I regret that I didn't do and take a little more seriously, something I didn't put enough time into. But your banner, end screen, card, links, it's so many things, so many things. Yes, yes. Okay, I'm glad you got me because I was struggling, girl. I was like, let me try to break down this whole 1 hour live in 2 seconds. So I'm so glad that you stayed with me. Appreciate you. At I'm so Madden, how many long videos do you recommend a channel post a day? See, that's the thing. I'm gonna have to keep it a buck on that one too. Okay, there's a lot of people posting a bunch of videos just to post because of revenue and AdSense and things like that, and that's cool, to each is their own. But I feel like it's only a certain amount of times you can keep talking about that same topic and beating a dead horse. I feel like if you feel like all those videos you're posting is quality content, post as many as you like. You could play around with it. That's what I like about YouTube. There's not any restrictions on what you can do. Try it. I'll try it with you. So, for example, I post 2 videos a week max. If you do shorts, you probably could post daily. If you do long form, you might want to think a little more, about that, because if you're just throwing a bunch of 5 to 7 minute videos just to post a video and it ain't about nothing, you ain't talking about nothing, then I'ma just be honest. Like, I feel like I'd have to have one heck of a personality to do that. And it's not that I don't think that I do, but I think better when I could like edit my stuff so I could articulate my thoughts better, so I can make sure I cover the things that I really wanted to cover. Because I could go down a rabbit hole and not cover nothing. Like, I've gone to edit and I said nothing. So if you feel like you could post a bunch of quality videos in a day, try it. Start. I personally wouldn't do more than one a day. If it's long form, try 2, and like, let's do some research and see how it works. Like, but I've seen people posting too many videos. I don't watch them. I read from YouTube Creators, which is another free resource in your YouTube analytics, and they have their own channel. They're the YouTube people. They said that when you do that, you don't give your audience a time. You don't give your audience time to watch your videos. So that's why I don't want to do. So like in the past few weeks, I did 40-minute vlogs, and I only posted once a week that week instead of 2 times a week, because 40 minutes is a lot for people to watch. I'm not going to overwhelm people with 4 videos in 1 week just to show up like on an algorithm, and then I'm not really giving quality. If you can do it and provide quality and value, then I say go for it. I say go for it. But if it's not, I wouldn't do it. Like, YouTube is one of my favorite platforms, and I really don't like when people abuse it and they just put out a bunch of nonsense. So, but if you feel like you have a bunch, because if you have a bunch of topics and you could cover them all, throw them out there. Throw them out there. And please let me know how it works. I would love to hear, and come back and share with us. Ooh, 34 nails, you teasing. You teasing. Don't be like Tia, keep talking about she leaving, good night, and she ain't go nowhere. Don't tease us now. Yeah, Terry, that's a really good point. Chat GPT is our friend. At first, I was kind of against it, but if you're looking for a bunch of title or topic ideas, they're very, very, very efficient, very good with the keywords, very good with title ideas. That I must be honest. But do tailor them because, like, I remember one time I thought it was a bomb.com and I started using Chat GPT and I asked it for title ideas and it was writing titles that was like, Janae don't talk like that. They gave me a title talking about embracing growth and health, how to empower yourself. And I was just like, And I put the title out there, and that video did not perform well. And that's my problem. That's my fault. I did that to myself because I should have catered it. I'm learning, but that's an old video. In my defense, that video is like 6 months old. But I won't do that again. I would definitely take the keywords out that I like from the titles that they suggested and, work my little magic and vamp it up so that it relates to my audience. I always want to stay relatable, authentic, genuine. This is all I can be. I can't show up as anything else. So why are you laughing? I'm so serious. It's like ChatGPT set me up. It gave me some stupid titles, but there were so many good ideas, but it was my fault because I didn't tailor it. But it is so good to help you write blogs and the layouts. Like for my ebooks, I used it to help me figure out my chapter ideas. I write so much that most of the time I don't need it. I can do it by myself because that's what I do. Like I could write and just go down a rabbit hole. Like even when I wrote the ideas for you guys now, I ended up doing like, alright, so I'm gonna show y'all. Make sure I show y'all right stuff and show y'all my passwords and stuff by accident like a dum-dum. But I was supposed to just come up with ideas for y'all. And I ended up quick. 2 minutes. Went down the rabbit hole. 3 pages easy. But I find myself using Chat GPT to organize the ideas, to make sure that what I wrote flows. I use it to help me sometimes with the videos sparingly. I should probably start using it a little bit more so I'm not getting these headaches, like sitting there really brainstorming. Like, excuse me, when it can help me save some time. Oh my God, I wish I was a full-time content creator. And a lot of people think that I wish I was a full-time content creator because I don't want to work. It's not that. I wish I was a full-time content creator because I find enjoyment in it. I like it. It's fun. I find it very rewarding when I'm able to find people that I like talking to. But no, I work full-time. I work Monday through Friday. And then I shoot my videos maybe 1 to 2 days out of that week. I try to shoot as many as I can. I turn my camera on. I try to do at least 2 or 3 to make the most of the time. If I'm going to set up the equipment and lights, I might as well shoot as much as I can because, like, I don't have time to, keep building up and breaking down the equipment, sliding the furniture around. You guys know how it go. So I try to take advantage and film as much as I can in a straight shot, at least two quality videos. If I feel like I'm just talking to talk to shoot the video, then I go have a seat. And then I try to pick a day or 2 to just edit the footage. So I would say I spend roughly 3 to 4 days a week filming and editing, 5, including the days I spend planning because like today I was supposed to be taking a break. I agree Sundays was going to be my Sabbath day, but then I just kept thinking and I wanted to create. So I did a poll and you guys answered and I was like, let me hop up here and just talk about it with y'all instead of struggling through the week trying to run around before work or after work to make a video. Thank you. I appreciate it. That method of just trying to film everything in one day, that's what helps me. Because nothing else was really sustainable for me. Everybody has their own process. I tell people all the time, tell me what your filming process is because I'm always intrigued or interested. But that is what's helped me to create content consistently without getting frustrated, without ripping my hair out because it get real. Yes, keywords are very, very, very important in the description. Like that, my description, I cherish church, is what I'm working on. My description is where your right eye. I found out that the links in my descriptions weren't even clickable. They weren't even clickable before. So now I've gone back in the past weeks and I've just put links in there, make sure they're clickable, and actually use keywords in my description. So I'm really good that I'm really glad that you said that. That's a very, very, very good point. Like I said, you missed the opportunity, and I'm glad you said that because we missed the opportunity to get our audience's engagement there too. That's another way. Maybe they didn't like your video. Maybe they didn't like the other videos. Maybe they don't care for your playlist. But they might scroll down in your description to read about you and learn about you. So I think we have to spend more time carefully curating that section and making sure we always leave something where people might want to read more and learn more or whatever. So I'm glad you said that. I'm very glad you said that. But guys, it's cold. It's cold and I've been trying to hide it, but I was shivering on the low. So I'm going to go inside. I might have some tea, and I'm going to get in the blankets. And I just wanted to say to you all who watch it today or who watch it later down the road when it restreams, I really, 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 really appreciated talking to you guys. I feel like I could be my real self with y'all. So I do appreciate y'all staying up and showing up and asking questions. It helped me to think, to actually keep the conversation going. I thought I was going to get up here and just be chirp chirp, but it wasn't. So thank you. Thank you for showing up. Like, that really means a lot to me. I hope you guys have a really, really good evening. I hope you guys take some, tips back with you guys. I hope you guys share honest feedback with me. Janae can handle feedback. So I will be talking to you guys again. I'm going live tomorrow at 10 a.m. with Lady Lene of Beverly Hills. I better have gotten it right. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow. I hope to you guys watch the videos, and I'll be watching y'all. I'll be watching y'all. I'll see y'all later.